welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, May 27th, 2021, episode 698 of Hard Factor. That's 2 away from 700. So
it's 2 away from an NFT of Good Morning, right? Is that what we decided on?
Oh, right. Episode 700 will be the first Good Morning NFT available for sale. It's going to go high. Sky high.
Wait, you're going to be? Oh, wait.
Right? I mean, like,
yeah.
Are we going to get we'll get a couple fractions of a cent for that, right?
I would assume thousands of cents.
Translated to Ethereum for me.
How many poot coins is it going to take to buy that NFT?
I don't know. It depends which shitcoin you're talking about.
10 million pink winks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Speaking of crypto, the crypto show is still in the work. So don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. It's just taking us a little longer to get it going. It's going to be out soon. Also, if you got it on Starship with us back at the beginning, first episode Danny was on, is making a comeback. So that's good. Very nice. Very nice. Also, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts and you're not getting the podcast right away all the time, I'd suggest updating your phone or whatever, because it's just an Apple Podcast problem. Or listen on Spotify, Anchor, Google Pods, or YouTube. Apple's just having problems for
Stitcher,
some users.
iHeartRadio, anywhere besides Apple Podcasts for a couple weeks because
we can't recreate it. Yeah, we can't recreate it, but tons of people have been saying, "Hey, is Apple not loading them?" So yes, it must.
I found in my Apple Pods that when I went to the show, the newest episode wasn't there. But in Apple Pods, you can look at recently updated for shows you subscribe to. It was there, so you can. It's
you got to get creative. You can go to browse and find us that way. But there's an article that was written that said the iOS update fucked Apple Podcasts and that Apple isn't really acting too quickly to fix it. So they have probably weekly patches. So I'm assuming at the best it'll be out in a week.
Right. I think it's such bullshit that we just took time to explain how to find the thing we give away for free.
Yeah, thanks,
Not
Apple.
Cool, Apple.
Well,
Podcast.
but I think 80% or something, 70-80% of people listen on Apple Pods from what the data says. So
this is for the listener, not for Apple. Fuck Apple.
Class actiony to me, Will.
No, I think Apple owes us quite a bit of money. I agree, Beef. Let's move on to observances. Today's observances, May 27th, cellophane tape day. I don't even know what cellophane tape is. Eat more fruits and vegetables.
Because you're not a murderer.
Oh, right. So is that it's a day that murderers really love?
Yeah.
National Grape Popsicle Day. That's very specific. National Gray Day. So the color. Nothing to Fear Day. Fear.
This was written by a serial killer.
That's true.
Cellophane Tape Day. National Gray Day. It's dark outside.
Old time
Nothing to Fear Day. Yeah. Piano Wire Day.
No. Old time player piano day is pretty good.
Okay.
That still sounds like something that a serial killer would have in their house. Also,
they can all play the piano, every single one of them.
Yeah, and Sunscreen Protection Day. They don't go out much. They need a lot of sunscreen.
Okay, we're on to you.
May 27th, a day, a creepy day.
Yeah.
You guys got anything else for?
It's also pretty sure it's a full moon tonight, so stay inside.
Oh yeah, the moon is sick. It was so huge.
Stay inside.
So huge when I was looking at it last night.
Yep.
Enormous.
No.
Moon.
Oh, are we going to talk about the 3 deaths, or can we talk about that now?
Oh, that's honorable mentions. So let's do the news. Daily Buzz is up first. Honorable mentions. Bubba and Mark have got some kind words about some folks who passed away too soon recently. So who we got here, Mark?
Let's go by age. So the youngest first. Bubba, why don't you pop in? Oh, you're on mute. There we go.
No, okay. Kevin Clark, who played Freddie in the School of Rock, the badass drummer, passed away. I believe he was hit by a car. Jack Black had some nice words to say about him. The guy was great. He was probably the first laugh you get in the movie when they meet the kids. Jack Black asks him what he likes to do, and he says, "I don't know, burn stuff." He was pretty badass.
Oh yeah,
great character. Love the School of Rock.
That is a great movie, and
bad kids die too young, man. Always, but they live fast,
Should you say passed away when someone gets hit by a car? I feel like that's like a light way of saying, they.
What do you mean? Well, what are you supposed to say? Died?
Yeah, they died.
What are you supposed to say?
I don't know.
Got run over.
I don't know. Passed away just sounds a little light for getting hit by a car to me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He tragically passed away.
Tragically, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, that's
School of Rock actor gets rocked by a car.
Passed away, I think, like a long battle with cancer.
Passed away seems better than that.
Yeah. I mean, what do you want?
It just seems a little light.
Right.
I think of him like laying peacefully in a bed, just drifting off.
That's what you're supposed to think. Yeah, right.
No, I want to know the facts.
You want to know the details, okay? And then we have bad things coming 3. It was a horrible day for like childhood, of like millennials and Gen Z or Y or whatever the ones who are around millennials, because actor Samuel E. Wright, better known as Sebastian the Mermaid from Sebastian the Crab from The Little Mermaid, has passed away as well.
Man,
Fuck.
Sebastian.
You got to kiss the girls.
That guy had an amazing
under
voice.
the sea. Man, some real bangers. Sorry,
I want to put my
It's
daughter
better
in a good
down
mood.
here
I
where
just
it's wetter.
put his voice on. She'll be happy immediately.
Was that his real voice, or was he doing a cartoon voice?
that was his real voice, Pat. I don't know.
Can I have a large coffee?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably I had him play it up a little bit. And then third and oldest, I think Sebastian the Crab guy was 74 around then, very tragic too. But Eric Carlisle died at the age of 91 yesterday. He wrote The Very Hungry Caterpillar, which is an unbelievably legendary child book. If you didn't have this as a child, your parents hated you. That's a hell of a book.
I remember that picture. So
Yeah.
I think I must have
It's the
seen
first
it
thing I ever
once.
fingered.
Right?
That book.
A caterpillar?
He sounds like a pop-up book
Stick
with
your finger in it. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Got it for
Wow.
Cassius. Been going to town practicing for.
Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Sounds like I'm behind. I need to get it too.
Get the
Well,
book.
So, tough couple days for people born in the 80s and 90s.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Oh shit. I don't have my Australian hat, mates, but oh shit. And I gotta load the video for Bubba. This is a whole mess.
It's a bag. You got a box of tarantulas over there.
Oh, this is a bad. We're gonna have to cut this out.
Yeah. it's
No.
fine.
We're gonna have to, because I've got
Well, unless-
there's a whole
Well,
string
unless
of
we
things
can
I've got to
carry
do.
the banter for the next
Well, yeah,
90
well,
seconds. Yeah.
Mates, I'm gonna go grab a hat, mates. 1 second. Guess what's coming up in number 5?
Something down under.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Where does he put the hat? What do you he
Yeah.
moves the hat from the office? What does he
I
do
think
with
it's
that
in the
thing?
bedroom, to be honest with you, Wes.
I was
Yeah,
about to make a bedroom joke too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough,
I think
then.
he's been getting pretty confident about the.
That was too quick for the bedroom.
Well. The side room. He leaves it in between.
He's got a rack.
Yeah.
Oi, hey, I'm back. 1 second here. Just uploading the final video here for the old replay here. Okay. All right. If you hadn't guessed it, number 5 in the Daily Buzz today is going back down under. We got a rat infestation, fellas. I know I've talked about it before, but we have to talk about it again. Bubba, I've just loaded a video for you to play on silent for the boys to see. Lots of rats, fellas.
Whoa.
Millions and millions of rats
Nice.
overrun New South Wales, Australia. So,
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of rats.
mm-hmm. 77 million in damage so far. And there's rats just popping out of a grain sifter, sort of, something like that. Rats in the food, fellas. Bad news in Australia.
Oh, God.
Look at that. How do you live?
I
It's
don't know.
like it's the apocalypse in Australia and in rural Australia. It's
Now they got to worry about rats.
Yeah, it's not good. No, it's like we talked about it earlier, but the rats just haven't gone away. It's just
Yeah.
millions and millions of damages.
So
So
they're
like
having a fat boy summer over there, fucking
Yes.
away.
Australia's having a really hard time. Could you imagine a rat infestation right after COVID? Like you're still locked down, and then the rats.
spiders, rats.
Yeah, it's not good. Okay.
We got a rat infestation, Frankie.
Is that your Australian accent?
That's an Australian mobster.
Sounds very.
Pat, can we hear your Australian accent?
Oi,
Yeah.
One word.
One word.
crikey! If you want to visit me in South Africa,
There you go.
Yeah,
There it
it's
is.
South
Yeah.
Africa.
There you go. He likes
There
South
it is.
Africa.
Thanks, Pat. I just wanted to make sure that you got in on that segment just for a second.
look out!
Good. All right.
It's a rat.
Number 4.
There's a snake behind you.
Number 4. There is a potential AR-15 ban coming. Potentially, who knows? We'll see. Biden's nominee to run the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Department, agency, whatever, David Chapman, went before the Senate to talk about his plans in his new job if he gets approved for that job. And you guessed it, like Joe Biden, the guy who's nominating him, he's in favor of banning assault rifles or any semi-automatic rifle that can take a magazine larger than a .22 caliber, which would include AR-15s. And which of course means that that's trending, but people like it's trending so hard because people love to talk about banning assault rifles as much as people love to talk about their assault rifles. So like, Bubba, you got to pick the guys like, here's a Chick-fil-A like assault rifle. It's an assault rifle that's been completely modified to be like, you know,
does that shoot nuggets?
Cool.
Right. It looks like it does. It says "my pleasure" like on the trigger. But anyways, like so people are constantly posting about they're in favor of assault rifles, and they're also now posting about they're in favor of banning assault rifles because this guy's up at the Senate. And so it's like international soccer. It's just going to keep trending.
Any press is good press, they say.
Yeah.
Do you guys
see
the Texas law they passed? We talked about the abortion one. Did you see the gun law they just passed?
Mm-mm.
Or Greg Abbott signed a gun law that says you can now carry a gun, get a gun and carry a gun without doing a background check, without getting a license, without doing any training. As long as you're not a felon, you can just get a gun.
The background check doesn't have to do with it. It's just you can carry a gun, right?
Yeah, but you don't need to do you
don't
need
to do
a license. You don't need a license or anything. You don't need
a CHL.
No.
In Texas, you used to need a CHL to open carry or
I read something about a background check is out the window too, and I read something.
Well, but
that's
part of getting your concealed license. But you still have to get a background check to buy it.
As long as you're not a felon, you can have like 8 guns on you in Texas and just walk around, no training. No, you don't even know how to shoot it.
Yeah, well, that'll be interesting. Texas keeps getting looser with the gun laws. We'll see if the feds tighten them up. We don't know yet. It's going to trend again, though. Like I'm saying, it's like international soccer. People like talking about it. Number 3. Speaking of guns, sadly, another mass shooting to report. This time in San Jose, California, an insane 57-year-old scumbag male whose name we will not mention shot up his place of work, which was the Santa Clara Valley Transportation Authority rail yard, killing at least 8 people and himself before police arrived on the scene. The shooter also somehow set fire to his own home on Wednesday. Police have not disclosed the names of the victims or the type of weapon used in the shooting, but regardless, it's sad to report another mass shooting in America.
Fuck that guy.
Yep. Yeah. Piece of shit. Number 2, moving on to some good news. AMC and GME stock is back to near record levels again. Very nice. People are cashing in. Love to see it. The crypto market, as we mentioned at the very top, is also firing up a little bit again, it seems like. So very good things for traders.
What's it at? Like what level?
AMC's like back at $20 or close to it.
What? GME
is like
240.
GME is like in the 3s, yeah, I think.
Yeah, AMC like doubled. GME is 240 and
240, sorry.
Up from like 150-ish a week or so ago, and
right.
And AMC was down to like 11 a week ago, and it's almost doubled. It's like
it's at like 19 something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Movies.
Wall Street bets moving the needle. Lots of people cashing out. Hopefully, getting some of those
taking gains.
Yeah, so I'm talking about. And speaking of a good day for traders, coming in at number 1, the ultimate digital trader. And I mean like somebody who trades goods, and founder of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, trended because Amazon bought MGM for $8.45 billion on Wednesday.
Bought the movie studio, Metro Goldwyn Mayer?
Yes, bought the movie studio, Metro Goldwyn Mayer. Once dominant, Pat, in all of movies, really. Finally, they couldn't last being whittled down by a streaming industry that's taken over the movie scene. But you'd have to assume that this is good for Amazon Prime Video lineup, right?
Oh, man, that's crazy.
I remember they bought Whole Foods because I'm drawing a blank, but you remember in The Office, like basically you have a budget, and if you don't use the budget, they give you less money the next year. So they had like this excess money they needed to spend by the end of the week, and it was enough money to buy Whole Foods. So they just bought Whole Foods like on a whim because they had to spend the money. They basically just did that again with MGM. Meanwhile, Bezos' other company got a $10 billion bailout, which is more than he paid for MGM.
Yeah, well,
for Blue Origin.
That's what's coming up next, Mark.
Yeah.
That wasn't all Bezos was trending about. Bald Bezos,
Big bad bald Bezos.
yeah, he was also. You remember what Mark was just saying? We reported that he was complaining about a month ago that SpaceX was winning all the NASA contracts. That's when we called him Jealous Jeff for the first time.
Right.
Bald Bezos.
Mm-hmm.
Well, turns out Jealous Jeff got his local Washington State Congresswoman Maria Cantwell, a Democrat from the state of Washington, to write an amendment to the Endless Frontier Act that NASA can award a second lunar lander on top of the one $2.9 billion one that they already awarded to SpaceX last month, so that Blue Origin doesn't get left out in the cold. It's literally a $10 billion gift to Bezos over the next 5 years from the U.S. government,
Wow.
just because he's mad.
She should change her name to Kenwell.
What do we get?
We get nothing. We pay it. Bezos
No, I
gets
know
MGM
that.
for free.
But what do we get? Like, why is it good?
But we
for
get
us?
nothing. Like, they're going to use SpaceX's lander on the moon. Bezos is just going to get paid to build one so he doesn't feel bad
Talking about Blue
himself.
Origin.
Blue Origin, right, Pat? The vote in the House on the Endless Frontier Act comes as early as this Thursday. Then presumably the Senate after that. If it's going
Pat,
to
we get one step closer to Bezos doing this to us with this thumb, and then squishing us.
Yeah.
Like an ant.
Yeah.
But guys, we at least know that Bernie Sanders and Josh Hawley will not be voting for it. They're mad about it, saying that it's bullshit, because it obviously is. Also, making it much funnier to me, Jeff's new girlfriend, Lauren Sanchez, post-divorce, who leaked the dick pics.
Mhm.
Her brother did.
Her brother did. She's also done some paid piloting for his space exploration company, Blue Origin, who's getting this bailout money. So with QA like that, it's not really a wonder they need help from Congress to win contracts.
She's a
because-
pilot.
Yeah,
She's not
she's
a
one of
pilot.
she's one of the pilots for the company. Yes, she's a helicopter pilot.
Maybe Jeff should get in the airplane with her, the helicopter with her, and fly exclusively with her.
Yeah, well, I think that's what the basis of the company kind of is. It seems to me that he's just jealous of Elon, and he wants a space company, but it sucks and nobody's giving him a contract. So now he cried about it, and the government is going to pay him back.
The only thing she has in common with the pilot is she's a cockpit.
I'll tell you what.
Next level joke, Mark.
I don't like my girlfriend.
That joke's next, Mark. That joke is next. That was a next level joke.
I don't like my girlfriend driving me in my car. I don't know how he does it with the helicopter. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, he's taking helicopter rides all night and day. Also, Jeff is officially done being the Amazon CEO on July 5th. He announced a while back that he's going to formally step down. That is finally happening.
He's like, I can't do it anymore. I'm too stressed out. Like I've lost all my hair.
He's just going to do all this shady shit from behind the scenes.
Yeah, for sure.
I heard
Makes it easiher for him.
SpaceX is down in Boca Chicas, Texas. Boca Chicas.
Yeah, they have.
That's a little town on the coast. Mm-hmm. I've heard from a couple people that Elon is fucking that town up bad.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, but Elon is just gonna do whatever it takes to get that fucking ship on Mars. If it means running over a couple towns, this
is what we need. We really need Bezos and Musk just competing.
That's what's going on.
This is great.
That's what's going on.
Really bad for everyone.
And that's the buzz, Mark.
Yeah,
that's what. Yeah.
Cool.
Has Bezos adopted a crypto coin yet, like Elon has?
No, I don't think if he's come out for one, I don't know if he's said, but we should look that up.
Yeah, but
he should get behind whatever coin he likes, because
Bezos is more old school. If he comes out with a coin, it's going to be a good one. Like if he backs a coin, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, Ethereum Classic.
Yeah. He's not going to endorse a shit coin, altcoin. Okay, it's time for my personal favorite segment in the history of doing this show, and that's a COVID update. Thanks to Lombard Trucking and Timmy from the Discord chat for contributing to this COVID update. Remember, the Discord has been open to all patrons. So if you're a patron and not in Discord, get in there. And if you're not a patron, for just $5 a month, you get 4 to 5 Florida Man Friday episodes a month, including Grady Judd this Friday, and access to the best Discord chat in the world. There is no better community. See for yourself. Hey, but there's a lot in this COVID update, so let's get to it. First up, I'm going to start with the most infuriating and try not to have a heart attack here. Joe Biden on Wednesday ordered that the intelligence community redouble their efforts on finding the origins of the coronavirus and report back to him within 90 days. This coming after a recent U.S. intelligence report found several researchers at China's Wuhan Institute of Virology fell ill in November 2019 and had to be hospitalized. And Dr. Fauci said over the weekend when asked if he was confident the coronavirus developed naturally, as in from animal to human, no, actually, I'm not convinced about that. I think we should continue to investigate what went on in China until we continue to find out the best of our ability what happened. Certainly, the people who investigated it say it likely was the emergence from an animal reservoir that infected individuals, but it could have been something else, and we need to find that out. So I support any investigations, which is a complete 180 from what he's been saying, where he said it's
the entire time.
He literally said that the science shows that it's very, very unlikely that this was not natural.
We all took Fauci on his word at that one, I believe. I know I did when he said
They said that someone said that. I don't know if it was Fauci, but someone said that pretty early that it couldn't have developed this quickly. I don't know if it was Fauci or if it was Birx or someone, but I definitely remember hearing that.
I remember Fauci being the reason that I thought that it had to be from bats, and then later on, his boss, or I guess like former boss, kind of Robert Redfield, came out and was like, "Nah, it's the lab," and I was like, "Okay, that
because it developed too quickly for it to come from an animal."
Yeah. How does that shore up if you're a COVID isn't real guy? You know what I mean? It's easy to be a COVID isn't real guy if it maybe came from bats, but if it in fact came from a lab, it's harder to be a COVID isn't real guy.
There are no COVID isn't real guys. There's
a lot of COVID isn't real guys.
There are a lot of people that don't think
COVID
that's serious,
people.
but if you deny that it exists, you're literally insane. So we don't need to address those people. Representative Warren Davidson, a Republican from Ohio, introduced the Fauci Incompetence Requires Early Dismissal Act because people are not happy with his 180 and also investigations of whether, he has funded the lab and stuff. China's also pissed at Fauci for flip-flopping also. So everyone hates him. China's saying he's a liar and there's no chance it came from the lab and he should listen to his boy, John Cena.
Well, it's bad, but it's bad for Biden too, because Biden called off the Pompeo search into the lab when he first came into office. And then now he's like, I want it back on again. That looks almost worse. Because it's like, why'd you cancel it in the first place if you were sure that it didn't come from the lab?
Well, listen, the Wuhan Institute of Virology, which is in Wuhan, is one of China's top virus research labs. They have an archive of genetic information about bat coronaviruses post the 2003 outbreak of SARS. And in recent years, they have been testing bat to human coronaviruses in the lab. And I swear to fucking God, if it turns out the thing came from the lab and they knew the whole time, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
Well, I mean, it's
get ready.
Get ready. The last CDC director said, it came from the fucking lab. It's going to come out that it came from the lab. Everybody,
not good. Still investigating it. Not good.
But if it did, is it like a monkey in the movie?
It's probably like an accident. Yeah, probably like an accidental leak, Pat. Like these people got sick. They're not supposed to get sick when they're working in this fucking place.
If it did, it's numbers and numbers of humans that purposely didn't let anyone know about it, and then
for months
covered it up and then killed millions of people.
Well, but I don't understand
because
how
they're
that
pussies that didn't want to take responsibility for it.
They still covered it up for a couple of months, even if they, even whether it came from the lab.
I'm mad either way, and it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if it came from the lab, it's like, okay, at least it came from the lab. We know that it's not a bunch of animals out there that can give it to us. It's just these monsters in the lab that unleashed it on us and then didn't tell us about it, and we all died.
Airport.
So it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. But
I mean, would you own it?
Yes, absolutely. Because look what happened. You're gonna.
Okay, go ahead. Put this situation in front of you. Then you're at a party, right? A lot of people are in and out of the bathroom. You go in there, clog the toilet, right? You realize that there's nothing to be done about it.
Didn't kill 3.5.
Did I kill 3.5 million people with my poop particles?
Could kill a lot of nights. A lot of people's nights.
Difficult. Okay. Pat, in fact, that's the COVID doesn't exist argument that you just used. It's such a mild thing that it's not that you don't that you don't, you know.
In other news, Russia tried to pay internet influencers in Germany and France and maybe elsewhere to falsely slander the Pfizer vaccine and to tell all their YouTube, TikTok, and other social media followers that the Pfizer vaccine was responsible for hundreds of fake deaths that they were just trying to get them to say.
Okay.
Yeah, Phase, F-A-Z-Z-E, Phase, whatever, is the name of the company that tried to pay the influencers, and it claims to be a London-based company, but upon further research, it looks like it's not registered in the UK, and Phase's website was recently taken down, and the data Phase was pushing, was referencing to, when referencing and calling out the deaths, was a report stolen by Russian hackers from the European Medicines Agency and later published in the dark web, and it had no mention of deaths. So they took like this shady report that Russian hackers stole, and they like see there's deaths and there weren't, and they're like, tell everyone about the deaths. So Russia, thank you.
Did they pay any U.S. influencers? Did it get through?
Yep.
It seems like they targeted Europe, and they were trying to say that Pfizer's inferior to AstraZeneca.
Guys, Mark, do you have the contact info for the group who was paying the dark money? Because the rash on my foot didn't go away.
Oh, no, it's back.
Yeah, so
Back?
I think that if they're still handing out free money to,
wink.
We should figure out
the rash is back, baby.
It's it's seriously.
It's not
right. Sure, it's seriously back. Right.
Yeah. It's bad. I don't know what it is, Pat, but it could be if the rash takes over my body and destroys it.
We got a Pfizer guy here, Phase,
right?
Fozzie.
Right, so we could get some money for that.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, you get some money for that. So if keep an eye on. I'll keep an eye on. I'll let you know how it's going.
We'll reach out to them. Their website's down, but it'll come back. More Russian coronavirus news. They started giving animals Sputnik V or whatever vaccine they're currently using on animals. They started to vaccinate animals that roam the streets and are from breeders that travel a lot in veterinary centers. That's right. They're vaccinating animals in Russia. It went humans, now animals, and never gays in that order in Russia.
Man, they do not like gays over there for some reason.
No, they can't stand them.
I hate them. The U.S. veterinary pharmaceutical company Zoetis, Zoetis, is also developing a new vaccine, I'm assuming, for animals. And I guess we don't want to have like the minx scenario happen with cats or dogs. There's no.
Oh,
right. There's no
see they had to dig up the minx or something.
Oh yeah.
They had to. Yeah, the minx situation was horrible.
Right now, there's not like a bunch of cat and dogs that are getting COVID, but I guess Russia's trying to get ahead of it. You really don't want to have we got to extinguish all the dogs and cats on Earth, because that's not a great. But
if you're vaccinated, the cat can't give it to you, right?
Yeah, I mean, and lastly, let's end on that. Some good news.
Find a way.
Some good news. 10 states and counting in the United States have reached the 70% or higher adult population vaccinated threshold. Those states are Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Hawaii, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, Rhode Island, and Vermont. So those 10 states.
A lot of red states in there.
Good job there. 50% of the entire U.S. population, regardless of age, is now vaxxed, which is good because travel restrictions are starting to loosen, which will hopefully allow me to travel to China so I can punch everyone in the Wuhan lab in the face with my penis.
Yeah, except they're going to do the anal swab on you.
Yeah,
even if you're vaccinated, they're
it'll be tit for tat. Well,
you're going over there to sexually assault them. They're going to sexually assault you before you get a chance.
It's worse for them.
A lot of anal swabbing going on when I get over there. I
got my second shot today, by the way. So nice. Listeners that were concerned, they're a little late, but I got it.
Oh, good. Well, I'm better late than never.
Oh my God. Anyways,
Mark just shows up with a duffel bag full of anal swabs.
Yeah. Come on,
locks the door behind him.
Yeah. It's like that scene in Old Boy with the hammer. All right.
Ruin your day.
That would be the ultimate, actually, is like losing your bowels while they were anally swabbing you. That's the ultimate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you jiggled something loose.
And then crying, and then shaming them by making them feel like they made you cry.
Yeah,
because you're so embarrassed.
I don't think they'd care at that point. I think once you've pooped, it's over. You've won. You don't think you need that.
As a guy that changes diapers all day, gets shit on and cried at, it matters. Trust me.
Oh, you feel better when the crying happens?
No, you feel worse, dude.
But you feel like you're not angry at the kid anymore. You're saying.
I'm never angry. I'm just saying the crying makes it worse. That's what I'm saying. Okay, crying after you shit on them, Mark.
Right.
Like, oh,
you've already had shit on your hands.
And
could just scream. You could just scream as well. Either way.
Well, then they won't be mad at you at least. You cry. If you cry after you shit on them, then they'll be like, "Oh, that man's just disturbed."
That's what I
Right,
mean.
exactly,
Or like maybe
yeah.
this guy, fuck, I made this guy shit. And now he's crying. He's so embarrassed. And then you're like, I promised myself I wouldn't do it or something
If
like
they
that.
prove
Like,
it's from the Wuhan lab, you're gonna see I'm not gonna be on the show for a while, guys. It's gonna be, oh, where did he go? And that's just kind of
I got bad news for you. I feel like this is the Epstein didn't kill himself situation all over again. Like it's just gonna be
that wasn't
like,
as
it's gonna but it didn't affect the world as much. But like
no solution.
There's gonna be no solution. It's gonna be like it's gonna be one of those things where like there's gonna be conflicting points of view, and it'll just wash into fade away.
It's kind of like what's going on with my subscriptions these days. How many subscription services are you paying for each month? Do you know? You don't know. You have no idea.
I know now.
Yeah, because you use Truebill. Subscriptions add up, and sometimes we don't notice the monthly deductions from our bank accounts. Did you sign up for a bunch of subscription services in quarantine and probably don't need all of them now? Yes, of course. 80% of people have subscriptions and they've forgotten about Are you one of them? Yes, you are. How do you keep track of your bill payments and budgets? Are you clunky Excel spreadsheets, scattered post-it notes? Stop doing that and check out Truebill. Truebill is the smartest way to manage your finances, easy to use app. You can review your recurring charges in one place. You can cancel subscriptions directly through the app, create a monthly budget and expenses report, track and evaluate savings goals, automated savings. It offers multiple ways to save on your bills. It has bank level security. You'll feel good about your finances finally, y'all. Wow. People think they spend around $80 a month on subscriptions. No, they actually spend closer to $200 a month on their subscriptions. Truebill has saved its users more than $50 million. Over 1 million users use Truebill. 2 of the 5 of the hard factor people, the 4 hosts and Bubba, had already been using it before they became our sponsor. And look, the average person saves $720 per year with Truebill. Get started today at truebill.com/factor. Take control of your finances and start saving at truebill.com/factor. That's truebill.com/factor.
I got on it yesterday and I was still paying that fucking pullout app. That
no way.
Yep. $5 a month.
Reverse engineered pullout app.
Motherfuckers, man. Rhythm method. It doesn't work, kids. Hey, real quick though, if you have debt, let's fix that shit. It's the year of getting out of debt. It's official. I'm making it that way. If you got debt, interest is what fucking kills you. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people can't even look at how much they're paying in interest because it's insane. Because you realize like you bought a hamburger and that hamburger ended up costing you $900 by the time it's all said and done because you're paying an insanely high credit card interest rate, up to 28% in some instances. But luckily, guys, Lightstream, who's our sponsor today, can help you take care of that. A lot of people might be saying, well, I don't want to get a credit card consolidation loan. It's going to mess my credit up. It's not. That's not how credit works. I looked into it. It's not the deal. Here's how credit works. You get less debt, you get better credit. The only way to do that is by reducing your interest rate, if you ask me. And you can do that with Lightstream, guys, as low as 5.95% APR with auto pay and excellent credit, which is insane. The average interest rate is like 19% APR. The rate will never go up. It's fixed, and you can get a loan from $5,000 to $100,000 with no fees, same day. It's pretty insane. So you should check it out. And what's really cool, guys, is Lightstream offers a special interest rate discount, so potentially below their lowest if you have excellent credit. Here's how you get that. You go to Lightstream. That's LIGHTSTREAM.com/factor, Lightstream.com/factor. Make sure to use that code if you're doing it. But yeah, there's no reason you shouldn't be. Check it out today. Real quick disclaimer, subject to credit approval, rates range from 5.9% APR to 19.99% APR and include a 0.05 auto pay discount. Lowest rate requires excellent credit, as I said above. Terms and conditions apply. Offers available subject to change. Lightstream.com/factor. Okay. Woo! Woo!
You really got to control that debt. It's very important.
Right. You do. Okay. TikTok International Moment. Are you gentlemen ready?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
So if you're new to the show, here's the deal. International stories, go fucking nuts on TikTok. It's our best chance of virality. We got to continue growing hard factor. You guys know that if you remember the Hive. This is one tactic to do it. So we cover 3 international stories. We try to do it pretty quick. Sometimes Bubba has a timer when he's here. Sometimes he doesn't. That's okay. If he doesn't, whatever. And then we throw those fuckers on TikTok. We'll give you an update on Friday of which one did the best. It's kind of fun, right? Kind of fun. I think we had one like 107,000 views last week. That was really good. This is my favorite one we've ever covered to date.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. We've got some good ones.
Yeah, this one's pretty good here. So a 23-year-old Brazilian rapper called MC Kevin, aka Kevin Nascimento Bueno, is dead after he ended up in a situation that was very no bueno. Yeah, see, Bueno fell to his death on May 16th in Rio de Janeiro after he jumped off a hotel balcony. And why did Kevin feel the need to see if he could fly? Well, Bueno was reportedly having a bisexual three-way with his buddy Vito and fashion model Bianca in a hotel room when someone knocked on the door. And McKevin thought it was his wife, so he bolted across the room, right off the 6th floor balcony and onto the canopy of the pool bar below, where just hours ago he'd been partying and meeting up with the escort Bianca that he and his buddy would double team and would eventually lead to his demise.
Man, that guy's really scared of his wife.
He jumped off a 6th floor balcony.
He's a rapper. He's supposed to have street cred, and that's how he went out. I mean, that's rough.
It's like the other guys when Rock and Samuel Jackson just like jump off the building to die.
Just like that.
I mean, like if you got the balls to double team an escort in the same hotel your wife's in, you better not like have the balls to not then run away over the fucking balcony.
Is that his wife or the escort?
That's the escort.
That's the
Okay.
escort.
So also a model.
Okay.
So he paid her $137 a man. MC
The
Kevin's
jumpy
wife.
guy.
Yeah, right. MC Kevin's wife had been calling and texting MC Kevin, but getting no response, and was reportedly searching the hotel grounds. So when a friend who probably wanted next on the three-way knocked on the hotel door, McKevin thought it was for sure his bride of less than a month. And independent of his cosplaying as one half of the Eiffel Tower, she definitely wouldn't like the menagerie of used condoms, underwear, and champagne that was strewn around the room. Didn't look good for MC Kevin. Bueno was reportedly attempting to jump onto a terrace below the balcony, but it just wasn't his day. MC Kevin's almost 11 million Instagram followers are in mourning following this death.
This is the way he would have wanted to go.
I mean, you gotta be looking at yourself. Like if you're a big time MC Kevin follower, you gotta be looking at yourself and questioning, like, what the fuck was I thinking?
He
Like,
jumped off a 6th floor balcony.
Like
Shit, it's my wife. Dead.
MC Kevin.
There's a great photo of his wife at the funeral, like laying her head on the casket.
Oh my god!
No, really?
he-
R.I.P. But
He
whoa.
treated that scenario like he was in the last scene of The Mist, and like he had to kill himself.
Right? How bad was his wife? You know that he's like
The
suicide
monsters
was
are
the better
coming.
option.
Oh man,
Facing the music. Sorry, MC Kevin. R.I.P. MC Kevin.
He had to be on
Belarus-
drugs, right? You don't.
He was on
Oh,
drugs.
yeah.
He was on
Oh,
drugs
yeah.
and partying all day. I think he was on
Yeah,
ecstasy.
you had to be fucked up.
he never knew he died. Like he just was like, I got this. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
he
gonna
didn't pass
fly
away.
yeah.
Guys, Belarus dictator old Alex Lukashenko is at it again, y'all. Lucky Alex was so annoyed by the sanctions imposed by the EU in response to his hijacking of the Ryanair flight that was carrying a journalist that called him a name he didn't like.
It's just journalist.
Right, yes, journalist that called me dumb. That he's threatened retaliation if these sanctions continue. See, EU leaders cut off air travel with Belarus. So sorry, tourists. But that could end up costing the country up to tens of millions of dollars over the next couple of years, which to which Lukashenko said, "Oh, yeah? Well, then I'm going to flood Europe with migrants and drugs then." To which I say, what kind of drugs, Alex? In a fiery speech to Parliament, the dictator said, quote, "We were stopping migrants and drugs. Now you will have to catch and eat them yourself." What? Yeah, it's kind of crazy because everyone knows that migrant meat is tough and stringy. It's not good to eat.
Yeah, he's getting rid of that dragnet. Can we get the hat up picture of him back up?
Wash
That
it
is a hat. We need to get that hat.
That's
Yeah.
that's next level hat.
Yeah.
Imagine like how shitty the hats are compared to his. His has
Oh,
so
yeah.
many little gold like embroidery things on it, and then everybody else has probably just got like the plain fucking
It's
green
like-
and red.
It's like when you're on Ohio State and you have 80 sacks versus the freshman.
All
and
the
Yeah,
black
Spencer.
guys.
he's got all the Buckeyes. Nobody else has any.
None.
What did he do?
How many tackles does
I remember-
Lukashenko have this year?
I remember when I knew nothing about football in like middle school. I asked Will what those are for, and even Will like couldn't completely explain to me how one guy got them all. It was like, it's like a sack, but then also a good hit, but then also
there's like a point,
some locker room strength.
Right.
And
So the way that works, that system always works, is that there's like a point system, and the coaches will like give them out for points, but then also there'll be like an arbitrary, I can give this player 10 stickers because I like them system. Like on every fucking team, that seems to be how it goes. So,
yeah,
cool. Still don't get it. Great news.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Great news for conservationists and people who think amusement parks are a solid destination for week-long vacations. The Tasmanian Devil is back, or you might know them as Taz if they're tattooed on your arm or airbrushed onto your favorite shirt. That's right, guys. Researchers in Australia are reporting that for the first time in 3,000 years, that's a long time, Tasmanian devils have been born in the wild. Holy shit. Yeah, scientists were spinning around in an absolute tornado of joy when they discovered that 7 Tasmanian devil joeys have been born in Barrington at the Wildlife Sanctuary. And last year, guys, the conservationists released the 26 adult marsupials into the wild in the hopes that they would find each other, and bang they did. So Tasmanian devils are back. That's
in Australia.
Down there in Australia.
Wow. So they're not just on Tasmania anymore. They're now also back in the mainland.
Yep. And they're being born naturally, dog, not just captivity. Apparently the dingoes got it.
Hopefully they eat mice. What if they eat mice?
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
Mice, yeah. I bet they do. You kidding me? Tasmanian devils? I bet they're hungry for
They're kind of slow though. They're not as fast. Not as the cartoon representation is nowhere near what they actually.
It's like Speedy Gonzalez. Like the mice aren't that fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's huge. It's a great thing. There's one.
Look, that thing could kill a mouse.
It's just a giant rat itself.
It's a big rat eater.
It's a big rat.
No man, you remember? Oh man, Taz guys. I love it. I love a Tweety Bird girl, and I love a Taz guy. Those folks,
and they love it, and they love each other. If you know what I mean.
Taz on your mud flaps, you know that party that car's a good time.
Oh yeah, if you see somebody like just chugging beers in like a 5XL Taz tank top, but they're really skinny themselves, you know that guy has a good time. Especially if he has a generation.
Taz he spoke to so many people. Like so many people identify with Taz. What was it about him?
I mean, he's relatable.
He didn't give a fuck.
He's a party animal.
Yeah,
he's like me. I don't give a fuck either. Yep.
Look at Taz tattoo on a motorcycle.
And then I don't want to like stereotype or anything, but did you guys find that girls who had Tweety Bird stuff into their teens and adulthood were easy?
I found them to be, I would say this, like
fertile too.
Apparently you did. I didn't go after a lot of Tweety Bird girls. Seems like something
Tweety Birds seemed like a high likelihood you'd find that in the smoking area.
Oh, they had real tight buns too. Like their hair was pulled back real tight.
Pat saw a girl with a Tweety Bird thing, and he was like, "Whoop, moth to a flame."
Eyebrows that looked like the McDonald's logo.
Very sculpted.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, one more piece of business to get taken care of for the last story. After years of fine print contracts and getting ripped off by big wireless providers, if we've learned anything, it's that there's always a catch, right? So when we first heard that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless services started at $15 a month, we thought, what's the catch, right? But there is no catch. After speaking with them and using their service, it all made sense. There's just no catch. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless service online only. By cutting out the retail stores, there's no crazy overhead cost that get passed down to you in the form of mystery fees. Instead, Mint just passes on sweet savings right to you. Exact same quality. When I was paying, $170 a month, exact same service. Only thing that changed is I now have more money in my bank. I mean, man, those wireless provider brick and mortar stores were loads of fun, just waiting, condescending attitudes, upselling me. You know, I'm gonna miss it, right?
Actually, it's going to be $700 more a month if you want to text more than twice. So
it takes longer than buying a car to get a new phone.
It's fucking crazy.
It's called a tie.
Yeah. For people looking for extra savings, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. All plans come with unlimited talk and text, high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan to keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. And if you're not 100% satisfied, Mint Mobile has you covered with their 7-day money-back guarantee. Switch to Mint Mobile and get a premium wireless service for just $15 a month. Get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free. Go to mintmobile.com/hardfactor. That's mintmobile.com/hardfactor. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/hardfactor. Right. Last story of the day. Guys, you remember when I took the DNA test from 23andMe? I found out I was like more Neanderthal, aka more manly than the average man.
I don't know how you remember it in Neanderthal, but yeah, I remember it.
Yeah.
You were like 68% more Neanderthal than other people.
It's Neanderthal, guys, please.
Oh, well, you wouldn't know. You would know that, you non-Neanderthal.
Yeah, you modern dummy. Well, I keep getting notifications from 23andMe every time someone new gets in the system and they find like a DNA link. I have so many fourth cousins out there I had no idea about. Even a first cousin twice removed, I may message and just freak out one day. Maybe we'll go find them, make some content. Who knows? Anyway, the point of this is that DNA testing.
Hold on, and say what? Hey, I'm your cousin. Does that freak you out?
Yeah,
I found you.
I found you.
You're freaked out now, aren't you?
It's freaky. It's a freaky thing to do to reach out on 23andMe, I think.
It's 23. So like the wait, hold on. So they have like a network of blood.
Yes.
And then they tell you who you're related to based on your blood.
Yes.
Trying to holler through their messenger.
Yeah. Do you think anyone's like hooked up with a second cousin? Because
100%.
Yes.
100%.
No, it says right here that we're cool to do it.
They need to put that on the thing. Like, is there a risk? Does this person are they close enough?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they give you a little chart. I'll show you one later. But the point is that these DNA tests can be a blessing, leading you to long lost family members, or a curse. Like one woman is crying after she found out that her biological father is actually the doctor that her mother hired to artificially inseminate her with some anonymous sperm. So Roberta Voss says that she is horrified that retired Dr. Martin D. Greenberg allegedly used his own sperm during her mother's infertility treatment. And to that, I say, fuck you, Roberta. You should be thanking your lucky stars. You didn't get someone who was just trying to pay for his drugs by coming into a cup for money. You won the lottery of the sperm donation roulette wheel, and you're pissed about it. Yeah, absolutely.
This guy, it also proves this guy's a fucking cheapskate because he was making his own batches.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, Bubba, who would you rather have? Bubba, pull up the picture. Who would you rather have as your sperm donor? The guy on the right, just coming into the cup, or this guy, the doctor on the left?
On the right, who is that? That's got to be an actor. That's not a real doctor.
I googled handsome
picture
doctor.
Of you at on that.
Wes looking like he's jizzing.
Wes, how many takes did you do? How many pictures?
Just one. Just one. That was the first one.
That is a great first
You nailed it.
I know exactly what I look like.
You know how to make an O face.
Well, that's because you got the mirror there.
No, there's no mirror.
Question.
Yeah.
So this doctor
he ran a fertility clinic. He ran a fertility practice.
So he was a psychopath that just wanted to seed everyone. He wants to have like thousands of kids. He's one of those psychos.
I mean, or he's just giving them the best sperm that they could possibly dream of.
Why are you on this guy's side? It's like illegal and psychotic.
I don't know. I think he's doing him a favor.
Sure.
These stories pop up every once in a while because there's this guy, there's other guys like this, and there's also guys that like fully admitted it. There's like
there's that movie, right?
Dr. Jizz in New York who's fathered like 80 children.
Right. It's like
his rule is he can't say no.
Yeah, they're
this guy's a doctor.
They're sick. Yeah, they're always doctors.
A doctor too.
It's always a doctor. They're sick. They're sick people that like want to have hundreds and hundreds of kids.
Listen, I think it's fine.
Yeah,
the story. The story goes back to 1983 when her mother, Bianca Voss, paid Dr. Greenberg $100 to get sperm from an anonymous donor at a sperm bank. But allegedly, rather than going through all the hassle, he rubbed one out himself and was able to give this woman exactly what she wanted, a child, all for $100 with doctor's genes, no less.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. He didn't do it just once.
No, this guy had it was the special. Her mom knew she was getting the Dr. Greenberg special.
Yeah, maybe she knew. If she knew, it's okay.
I don't know. Well, she didn't know. So now they are suing this generous Dr. Greenberg.
You should think about it. When Dr. Greenberg's like, "Hey, it's going to be $100, no problem, in and out, same day. Don't worry about it. You'll be knocked up, guaranteed. Are you in?" You should probably be like, "Yeah, this there's something going on."
It wasn't quite like that.
Yeah, it should be thousands and
what
thousands
year did
of
she pay
dollars.
$100?
83.
1983.
Yeah, that's reasonable for sperm.
Oh my god! So he just got caught. He has like 10,000.
2020 is when she took the DNA test, but they're suing now. So listen to this bullshit. Listen to this bullshit statement from this complainer who has doctor's genes from her lawyer. Dr. Martin Greenberg inserted his own sperm into this patient, Bianca Voss. He did so without her consent and against her wishes. Some people call this horrific act medical rape, but regardless of the name, Greenberg's heinous and intentional misconduct is unethical, unacceptable, and illegal. And poor Roberta is just so distraught she found out she's actually smarter than she realized, saying, "It's horrifying to look in the mirror and see the person who violated my mother, and I see his face every time I look in the mirror. I'm in turmoil about who I am, what this means, what kind of person would do this, and is this part of who I am, and what about my son?" Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Wes, you're saying that she could have gotten some schlub sperm, but instead she got the cream of the crop.
She got so lucky. She got so lucky. Look at that.
Those are absolutely valid concerns.
She won the fucking. I mean, look, you have the choice, doctor. That guy.
He's a serial rapist.
It doesn't matter. He's a doctor.
He's a huge, big time white collar criminal.
Kind of has a point. Like if the doctor wasn't a doctor, I could see this is fucked up. But who beats a doctor? Right?
Nobody.
Like, a doctor that doesn't commit horrible crimes.
You pay extra for this kind of sperm.
Hold on. There's not a lot of gray area.
You want the genius Hannibal Lecter, or do you want Joe Trashman?
Right.
I want Hannibal Lecter.
It's a quantitative scale. If you're not meeting the person, it's quantitative. There's not a lot of gray area. It's like okay, high intelligence, check. Attractive, check. If there's no like gene disorder in the family, like how are you going to get better?
Yeah, we don't need a psychopath. Attractive. Pat West just found a really good-looking stock photo of a doctor.
No, I bet he's attractive too. Her mother says the only hint that Dr. Greenberg gave her, looking back on it, is that he asked her if she cared if the donor was Jewish, and she said no. Maybe Bianca didn't, but I think Roberta might have a little bit of an anti-Semite problem, and this revelation that she's half Jewish might not be the news she wanted after all these years of hating on Jews.
I'm sure that's what it is. Her mother also, wouldn't that have tipped it off a little bit? Like the doctor himself it's so cheap. And then he's like, "Hey,
not that cheap. $8,300 was probably."
What are you saying? What are you saying, Will?
I'm saying the doctor's Jewish, right? And then he's like, "Hey, you wouldn't mind if the father's Jewish, would you? It's also so cheap, and I can do it today."
Right.
Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Roberta's like, I always wonder why I was 10 times smarter than my dumb mom.
Right, exactly.
According to the inflation
you're putting
calculator,
the pieces together for the mom.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's cheap as fuck. It's $265
to just get spermed.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, this is the 80s. So
this is the 80s.
No, that's what I'm saying, Mark. I just
you're saying today sperm is only $265.
She paid $100 then.
Mm-hmm.
It's the equivalent of $265 today.
So that's 165%,
60% off. Yeah,
it's just not a good. It's not. I want to pay $1,000 for sperm.
Right, she got the deal of the century.
Why is it only $260 today?
That's equivalent.
You got to be getting less.
No. Will, he did the calculation. It's probably like $20,000 today. But
no, I use an inflation calculator.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You're saying yes, it would be. This is so cheap. It's alarmingly cheap.
She should have paid $265.
It's alarmingly cheap.
Anyway, yeah, the lawsuit claims that poor Bianca, the mom, feels victimized and left her with, quote, debilitating anxiety and emotional pain. How could I have picked such a criminal and immoral physician who would do such a thing to me? The doctor's lawyer says this claim is unsubstantiated and that Dr. Greenberg has been retired 15 years, and, quote, moreover, it's my understanding that Miss Voss's daughter is living a healthy and productive life. Yeah, because she has doctor's genes coursing through her ungrateful body. I mean, there are probably hundreds of kids out there that this guy fathered because he ran a fertility clinic, but they should have been paying him a lot more. The amount of the lawsuit is not disclosed.
They really owe him. Really,
they owe him a ton of money.
I mean, it's not like he's retired on a fucking beach somewhere because he saved so much money on all of his sperm.
Look,
over the years, but
this guy is like reverse idiocracying the world.
Really owe him. Yeah.
Can I put this is like, guys. So she paid $100 in 1983. An NES, an 8-bit NES, cost $200 in 1985
at the time, at the same time.
Like, you got to spend more than half of a video game system on your sperm if you want good sperm.
Right. True. She should have expected something worse than a doctor impregnating her for that amount of money.
This is like suing like the car dealer if he delivers you like the upgraded car when you ordered the basic cloth and you're like, oh, I hate sunroofs, you know, I how dare you give me the better fucking car for the same price.
if you went into the car dealer and say, I don't care what car you give me the best car you can give me for this price.
That's right. That's what she did
If
pretty
the
much. She just
car-
wanted it to be anonymous. It's just the whole
If
big
the
thing.
car was Carrie, the murderous car, yes.
Right. And also in that
Christine.
situation,
Christine,
also in
thank
that-
you. Christine, the
Also
murderous
in that
car, yeah.
situation, the car salesman then just gives you his car. And then
Right.
Like, whatever.
and
That is covered in his semen.
But Will, exactly. That's a great analogy, right?
Spies on you
the car dealer
the whole
says,
time.
then he
the car dealer
buys
says,
a new
"You-
car with the money that you gave him and all the other people that
Still
gave
getting
him.
a better car than I was gonna get.
I kind of went through this with our car. We bought a $16,000 car. It was a piece of shit. It had cloth seats. It wasn't a piece of shit. It was a good car, but it was a rental car, right? But it was a Kia, and I hated it. I hated it with all my heart. But it was the right price, so we bought it, and then they wrecked it,
Yeah, the
and then they gave
dealership
us a
wrecked it.
$25,000 car for the 16 we paid, and I'm
No.
not complaining.
No,
you know?
but in that case, that would be like this guy actually giving out good sperm to somebody.
He's a doctor, Will.
It's like he tried to
No.
give you. It's like they tried to give you their own sperm at first. That didn't work, and then they had to give you the good stuff at the end.
Looks like we're split on this one, fellas.
How tall is he?
Listen. They should keep their mouths shut, is what I'm saying.
Dr. Greenberg sperm.
Wes, you need to get into this guy's defense team.
I would love to. I mean, it's a slam dunk case in my opinion, but
You might want to Google this on Mozilla, guys.
Giving a press conference on the court steps.
Yeah. Oh, how you doing, Roberta?
Ungrateful kids.
Roberta, are you
Dr.
successful?
G.
You're
He, just
welcome.
he hands Roberta a Rubik's Cube and her mom one.
Yeah, exactly.
Hands them like a crossword puzzle each.
Well,
Yeah.
the daughter's saying that she has debilitating anxiety because
No, the mom was saying that.
Oh,
because
the mom.
the mom's full of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
This is
monster.
This is all a
Lock him
scam. This
Lock
is
him
all a
up.
scam to get money.
Isn't the original scam the sperm that he was just handing out? It's his own sperm.
the
Selling
gift he
it?
gave them? No,
The gift.
no.
I'm
And that's
a
and that's gonna do it for Hard Factor. Go to the Discord, patreon.com/Hard Factor. Join the Discord. It's open to everyone now. All you gotta do is pay the $5 a month for how many free shows? What, another 5? The
Well,
Discord community.
Yeah.
You get discounts on merch.
That's couch change.
Oh my god. Find
$5
that.
a
Yeah.
month.
Before
one a
we
week.
wrap this up, I got one more question. Do you think that a guy like Dr. Greenberg who did this was just sweating bullets when you hear that 23andMe is coming out? Do you
Well,
think
no,
like,
he's an idiot putting this shit out there. That's the only thing he's dumb. He did this to himself because he fucking swabbed his mouth, sent it to 23andMe. Maybe he wanted people to find out eventually, but he could have gotten away with this without 23andMe.
It's like his family member or some shit got it for him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is great," and like didn't realize.
and
like
he forgot that he jizzed in a bunch of cups?
he
No,
forgot that he
didn't
impregnated
forget.
like 5,000
he
women
didn't
against their
forget.
will.
That was the favorite. That's the most fun thing he did in his entire life.
Yeah. He's
It's his favorite thing to do.
How many? What's his numbers at?
What lucky
they don't.
cup?
They haven't disclosed yet.
No, they haven't disclosed yet. I'm sure there's thousands of lucky people walking around out there. So I don't know.
To be a cup in that man's office.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, let's just wrap this up. Check out the Discord. Buy some Fat Boy Summer merch. We love you guys and have a great fucking day.